The ICI Magnum cab length side steps in black are for those of you that have four-door 2007 to 2018 JK that are looking for a side step that's going to make it a little easier for you and your passengers to get in and out of your Jeep, but also one that's going to give your Jeep a little bit more of a unique look than some of the other options available. This is going to be a pretty easy install. I'm still going to give it a 1 out of 3 wrenches, and we'll talk a little bit about that installation in just a second. Now, when you are looking at things that you can bolt to the rocker area of your Jeep, you're going to find steps, which this is, and then armor, which is there to protect. This is not there to protect your Jeep. This is going to, if anything, be a hindrance if you're somebody who does some hardcore wheeling because of the way that these hang down. They're going to get hung up on things, they're going to get twisted, bent, damaged, and they're not going to protect your Jeep. This is going to be a step, it's not going to be armor. And that's okay, that's what this is designed to do. Just want to be very clear that if you're looking for armor, I would recommend some other options out there. But if you are looking for a unique styled step, I think this is absolutely a great choice for you. This is a very angular step. It definitely has a very different, unique look from a lot of the other choices out there. And if you like the style of this step, again, it's going to be an excellent choice. It's going to give you a nice, strong stepping surface, and it's going to give you that unique look. And it's going to do it at a price that I think is very fair. These aren't going to be crazy over the top priced. Some steps, even ones that are just steps and don't provide any protection, can be very, very expensive. I think that these ones are, again, are very fairly priced for what you're going to get. So again, these steps are all about being a unique style, a unique look. So what you're going to get is all sorts of angles and points at both ends of these. The steps themselves that hang down off the main bar, they have a lot of angles going on, just a lot to absorb visually when you look at these things. From a functional standpoint, they do have a diamond plate stepping surface, and that can be unbolted, so if you wanted to do something a little custom as far as colors with that, you certainly could, but right out of the box, they're just going to have a nice grippy surface on them, again, to help you and your passengers when you're getting in and out of the Jeep, even in mud, snow, rain, whatever it might be, you're going to get some good grip out of these. And I do like the way these mount to the Jeep. They're going to mount to both the pinch seam and the underside of the Jeep, giving you a nice, strong connection. I mentioned before, I think these are a fairly priced step. These are going to come in at $400 for the pair of them. When you consider everything that's included here, the high quality finish, all the steel that's included in building a set of these, I think $400 is a very fair price for what you get. Now I'll have a member of the install team show you how you get these bolted up.
Now we're going to begin by installing the 3 brackets that mount to the pinch weld of our Jeep. Then we're going to go ahead and mount the step to those brackets. Now when we mount the brackets, we're going to loosely install them just to make sure that we can get everything adjusted first before we tighten it all up. Now we're going to begin with the front of our vehicle using the 2.5 inch tall bracket. And we're going to do this using our socket head bolts. I'm just going to slide it up into place. Secure it with a couple washers, a lock washer, and the nut. Now we're going to move on to the 3-inch bracket, then our 3.5 inch. So now we're ready to install our steps, but first we're going to take a couple of our bolts and slide them in from the inside out. Go ahead and lift our step up into place. And then secure it with a couple of our nuts and washers. But we're still not going to tighten these down just yet. Now that our steps are installed, we're going to go ahead and go back and tighten everything up. Now to begin, we're going to use a 3/16 Allen key and a 10mm wrench to go ahead and tighten up the bolts that secure our brackets to our pinch welds. Then we'll go back, adjust the steps inside the slots on how high we want them against the body, and we'll tighten those up. Next, we're going to go ahead and tighten our steps down to our brackets, and we're going to do this with a 13mm wrench and a 13mm socket. Now, in the instructions, they tell you not to use an impact gun. I still prefer to use them. I just put it on its lowest setting possible. Later, we can go back and torque them up if need be. Well, that concludes the installation of our side steps, and I hope this video is informative to you. Now give it a few miles and running down the road, and go back and make sure everything stays tight. Now for more parts and videos like these, make sure you give us a visit at extremeterrain.com.